Elon Musk, the tech mogul with a penchant for disrupting industries, recently turned his sights toward an unexpected target: John Deere. Known globally as the titan of agriculture machinery, John Deere has been around for nearly 2 centuries, commanding respect across farming communities for its durable tractors and cutting-edge innovations. But recently, the company stepped into controversial territory, and Musk, never one to sit quietly when something piques his interest, sent shockwaves through the conversation with a sharp and surprising message aimed directly at the agricultural giant. But before we proceed further, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. The story begins with John Deere's quiet but deliberate shift into software-dominated territory. Over the years, their machinery has gone from simple diesel workhorses to high-tech marvels outfitted with precision software and data systems. For farmers, these advancements meant more efficiency and better yields. But there was a catch, one that slowly began to irritate many: the company's strict control over its software. Farmers discovered that they couldn't repair their own equipment without going through John Deere's authorized channels, a process that often involved expensive fees and frustrating delays. This issue became emblematic of the broader right-to-repair movement, which has been gaining traction globally. Elon Musk, a man known for making industries sit up and take notice, entered the fray with what some might call a well-timed verbal haymaker. His message wasn't a casual remark or an off-the-cuff tweet, but a pointed critique that cut through the growing tension. The details of Musk's commentary suggested he wasn't merely observing the situation from a distance. He was weighing in with purpose, almost as though he had skin in the game. For a moment, it felt like Silicon Valley had barged into the barns and fields of rural America. Musk's words drew immediate attention, not just because of his reputation, but because of the underlying implications. Elon Musk is a man who has built his career on the premise of open systems, modular designs, and empowering users. Tesla's early embrace of over-the-air updates and the somewhat open-source nature of its charging infrastructure stand as testaments to Musk's philosophy. He once remarked that if something he built could push humanity forward faster, he happily let others build upon it. His message to John Deere, then, felt like an indirect reminder of what modern innovation should represent: progress that benefits everyone, not just the company steering the ship. The farming community, always practical and pragmatic, found itself caught in the middle of this high-tech tug-of-war. For many farmers, Musk's message was a welcome validation of their frustrations. Repairing a tractor shouldn't feel like unlocking a vault guarded by layers of software restrictions. It should be simple: a wrench, some grease, and a willingness to get your hands dirty. But with John Deere's proprietary systems, the simplicity of that process was fading, replaced by lockdown systems that required specialists with laptops and diagnostic tools instead of farmers with grit and ingenuity. Yet, there was an irony in Musk's intervention. The man who builds rocket ships and electric vehicles, both filled to the brim with proprietary technology, was chastising John Deere for locking down their machines. Some critics saw this as an exercise in hypocrisy, but others noted the difference. Tesla's systems, while complex, had an underlying ethos of accessibility. Musk's cars could download new features overnight, but they didn't demand exclusive dealerships to fix a flat tire or recalibrate a camera. The agricultural giant, however, saw things differently. To them, their software ecosystem wasn't just about controlling repairs. It was about protecting their intellectual property and maintaining the integrity of their machines. They argued that opening up their systems could lead to misuse or, worse, hacks that might disrupt an already volatile industry. But Musk wasn't convinced, and his pointed message suggested that he viewed their stance as less about protection and more about profit. Musk's ability to shake industries from their status quo is unparalleled. From the auto industry to space exploration and even telecommunications, his disruptions have forced complacent players to rethink their strategies. His message to John Deere carried the same weight. If a tech leader of his caliber was calling them out, it wasn't just a public relations issue. It was a business model challenge. For John Deere, the risk was clear. If they didn't adapt, they might find themselves outpaced not just by criticism, but by competition. The potential ripple effects of this clash are massive. Imagine a future where farming equipment operates more like an open platform, akin to a smartphone. Farmers could choose apps to monitor soil conditions, track weather patterns, or even run predictive maintenance checks. They could modify their machines to suit their unique needs without worrying about invalidating a warranty or triggering an expensive repair bill. Musk's message hinted at such a future, one where farmers, not corporations, control the tools of their trade. But the humor in all this lies in Musk himself. The man is as much a disruptor as he is an enigma. He'll launch a car into space one week and then spend hours on social media debating memes about artificial intelligence. His critics often dismiss him as eccentric or unpredictable. But moments like this remind everyone why he commands attention. He has an uncanny ability to insert himself into conversations that matter and shift the narrative, often with just a few words or a bold gesture. Musk's engagement with John Deere also raises an interesting question about his broader ambitions. Is it possible he sees agriculture as another industry ripe for disruption? Tesla's battery technology has already found its way into stationary storage solutions for renewable energy, a field closely tied to farming. Could tractors or other farm equipment be next? While his message didn't confirm such intentions, it certainly left room for speculation. If there's one thing Musk loves, it's a challenge, and the farming sector, with its deep-rooted traditions and high barriers to entry, presents a fascinating one. The response to Musk's intervention wasn't limited to farmers or tech enthusiasts. Environmentalists and sustainability advocates also took notice. Modern agriculture is at the crossroads of efficiency and ecological responsibility. Many see the integration of open technologies as a way to balance those priorities, allowing for smarter farming practices that use fewer resources while producing more. Musk's message, whether intentionally or not, amplified this conversation, drawing new voices into the mix. John Deere, for its part, stayed relatively quiet in the immediate aftermath of Musk's commentary. But the company is no stranger to innovation, and it's possible they'll adapt their approach in the wake of the public scrutiny. Whether that means loosening their repair restrictions or doubling down on their current model remains to be seen. For now, though, they find themselves in an unusual position, standing in the spotlight while one of the world's most influential entrepreneurs critiques their choices. As the dust settles on this clash of ideals, it's clear that Musk's message has done more than just stir the pot. It has forced a conversation about the future of technology in agriculture, the rights of users versus the rights of manufacturers, and what progress truly means. In typical Musk fashion, his intervention was sharp, surprising, and undeniably impactful, leaving everyone involved with plenty to think about, and perhaps a bit of unease about what he might do next. For John Deere, the challenge is clear: adapt or risk being left behind in the race to define the next era of farming. For Musk, it's another chapter in his relentless pursuit of shaking things up, one industry at a time. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. We thrive on your feedback, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, keep discovering and stay tuned.